Welcome to Third Degree. You join us in the informal settlement of Kanini, which is near Marikana. It is here that many of the miners who work at Marikana, at Lonmin specifically, live. Tonight we're going to look at the mining industry, but we're going to do it a little bit differently. We're going to tell the story from three different perspectives: the miners, the unions, and mine management. And in that way, hopefully give an overall perspective on this much beleaguered industry. This is the soundtrack to Spongile Sikuze's life. The siren that signals shift changes on the mines. It's a hard life. One that Spongile sought to improve when he joined the recent wildcat strike at Marikana. He was amongst those shot at by police on the fateful day that 34 of his colleagues died. Unlike them, he lived to tell the tale.
Is he limp now?
Like we are cooking something more humble.
Yeah, malapa pagat as he was pulled. I was pulling up upon them. One of my guys, we have to go.
Is he bitter? So does Spongile have reason to be angry? What is it like to live and work on the mines? To find out, we asked if we could spend 24 hours with him. This is the home of Spongile and Nobantu. They very kindly allowed us to spend the evening with them so that we can get a small glimpse into the kind of life they lead just to eke out a living. This is a one-room shack. The entire family lives here. Spongile, his wife Nobantu, and their two children. This is where they cook, this is where they sleep, this is where they literally do everything. Spongile's story is a familiar one. His parents died. He was left with 5 young siblings to support, as well as his own wife and 2 children. So he left his home in the Eastern Cape to escape the poverty. The platinum industry was booming in Rustenburg. Mine workers were much in demand. It was not difficult to find work. But that is where his search for a better life ground to a halt. Prior to the recent wage hike, he received a basic salary of 4,550 rand, increasing to just over 7,000 rand with benefits like housing and medical aid. He rents his one-room tin shack. It costs 370 rand a month. The rest of his salary is virtually all spent on paying massive loan shark debt. For every one miner, statistics show that they have on average 10 dependents. Spongile supports himself and 8 others on this salary. That's just less than 800 rand a person. With the rising cost of living, he has repeatedly borrowed money from loan sharks, charging massive interest. He has now got to the point where virtually all his salary is used to repay these debts. There is very little money left for food or books and clothes for school. On the night we were there, Nobantu was preparing a meagre meal of rice and a little chicken for the adults and their 9-year-old son, Busle. Her husband got his own small piece of chicken. She shared hers with her son. The baby girl, Ongeziwe, had a little bit of sour milk. Tonight's chicken is unusual.
I can't often do it.
Ukudla siyatya wona sitya isishebo kuyenzeka mhlawumbe sithenga amazambane amazawuqhubeka nezo zinto zinesuphu kanjani ziphele mhlawumbe sithi la sinjalo sidibasa noma sithela amafutha ngoba kucela sinalo.
Siyahlupheka. Mina ngoba ndiyasebenza emayini. Nendawo esihlala kuyo ayondawo ngade kuba ihlala umuntu ophangelayo. Siyasokola. Nendawo sihlala kuyo ayinawo namanzi. Ngoba ngizopheka le rice ngalamanzi. Kuzoba nzima noma mali idrain le rice. Ngalamanzi amdaka nendlela.
Clearly, only eating one meal a day is not enough to sustain the heavy work of mining underground.
Nzima umsebenzi. Ubongathi uye emgodini. Njengoba ndibona ngoku ngafuna ungandasi. Ba uwenza ube mdaka. Basiqhophoza amatye kalo ube mdaka. Leyanto inzima ufuna ubanjwa ngamandla.
Uyasaba mhlawumbe ngisho ukuthi ku-dangerous.
Usenokubuya, usenokungabuyi. Phansi komeko ngoba ilike lisebenzi elike lisebenza phezulu eliphezulu kwethu. Ngoba kuye ilike awusinda awuthiwa walimali yafa. Uyike liyakubulala.
So uzizwa kanjani mamozi uhola le mali oyiholayo abantu laba abaphezulu bona baphila kamnandi mhlawumbe ayiphatha kahle lento ukuthi isebenza kanzima nje lapha?
Mlungu yanto ayindiphathi kakuhle ngongaholi ngoba andiholi. Andiphathi kakuhle tu ngoba abanye abantu ufumana uthola uba nabo basokola njengabo. Mali nditsho ngoku akho kwanto ngoku ngoba ubona kundawo befana ngabe ngumuntu siyahola. Ngoba sinendawo zethu esihlala kuzo. Asinandawo esihlala kuzo. Sihamba singena sirenta kwezi ndawo. Ngoba sifuna ukuhlala endaweni right. Sinyamezele kunjalo ngona ngene imvula kunjalo ukukhuthi. Sinyamezele ngoba sizothini.
His possessions are few. A television, a sound system, a fridge. No cell phones, not even a cupboard in which to hang their few items of clothing. The family say they simply cannot survive on this salary.
Uyekile ngokufunda akana uniform esikoleni ukufuna uniform akanazihlangu into nje ebendicela into wayingase ndincedwe kuyo mna kokuba umntana mhlambi kuzanye indlela yoba aye esikoleni ngoba nathi sikhule sihlupheka sifundanga ngoko asinqoneleli into yoba umntana wethu akhule ngale ndlela besikhule ngayo singafundanga.
They say they cannot even afford to send their son to school. There is almost nothing for Busle to do during the day, not much to eat at night. This is the life this 9-year-old was born into. Hard manual labor is probably all he can look forward to. After dinner, there is no running water to bath or shower in. Nobantu brings in a large bucket of water. The community still uses the long drop for their ablutions. It's 8 o'clock. Night has fallen. The walls are thin. All around us, the sounds of families settling in for the night in this informal settlement. Soon it will be quiet as miners attempt to get much-needed rest. The preparations at night are simple. Spongile gets the double bed. Nobantu and the kids will sleep on the floor. We've barely turned in when it's time to get up again. It's 2 a.m. in the morning. No matter how many times he does it, Spongile never quite gets used to the jarring sense of being dragged from the deepest of sleeps. We're lucky we only have to endure it this one day. For Spongile, this early morning wake-up call is a never-ending cycle. Spongile works as what he describes as a machine boy. Following the early morning wake-up call, there is no hot water to bath or shower in, nothing to eat, just the drudgery of soulless work. Spongile wakes up in the dark and is underground long before dawn breaks. It is 12 hours before Nabantu sees her man again. He is dropped off by bus after a grueling day underground. He walks home slowly. All that awaits him is more of the same. And so the cycle begins again.